Let's move on to Team Finland. So this team is a lot deeper than you would expect. Instantly, what pops out to you about Team Finland is the fact that Barkov isn't playing. But I look down the center and I'm like, well, yeah, it'd be way better to have him here.
Yeah,
but
you could bump Eric Hall out.
But they're not doing so bad, right? This team is just, I think that the B division with Sweden and Finland in it, along with Slovakia, is going to be a very tough division. So you got Granlund, who's the captain at left, Hintz center, Rantanen right, Lehkonen, Aho, Teravainen, Luosterainen, Lundell, of course, the two Florida guys, and Capo Caco, Tolvanen, Haula, and Yoel Armia. Those are the top 12 as of right now. And then on defense, you're going to have Lindell Heiskanen, which is obviously the Dallas pair, which is perfect. Nico Mikkola. They have so many Panthers on this team. That's scary. Rasmus Ristolainen. Olli Mata, who's, as Steve said, guy who's had great guy career. And Henry Jokiharju, who was left off the Four Nations team last year, was the only full-time Finnish defenseman who was, but he's there. Oliver Kapanen, Joel Kiviranta, and Montempalo are the extras, along with Lettinen. And in goal, Soros, Lankinen, Korpisalo. So let's start it up front. That's a pretty damn good group. They're going to be feisty, I think. They're going to score, but they're going to be not fun to play against.
No, not at all. There's a couple players I look at immediately, and I'm like, okay, you need to be game breakers for this group. And this is definitely Galaxy branding it, but I don't care. It's the two Seattle Kraken players. Capo Caco's job is to be Brad Marchand here, because Luosterainen, Lundell, Marchand was the line that turned around the Panthers playoff last year, and they were able to go on to a cup. Like Paul Maurice likes to talk about the fourth line from that series against Toronto. The fourth line was incredible, but the big change was putting Lundell on the Matthews line instead of Barkov. So Caco's got to kind of model his game after that. And Eli Tolvanen is having a ridiculously underrated season, and he's been a jerk for everyone to play against. Beyond that, you try to be annoying, wear down your opponent, and give the puck to Mikko. Which one? This is Team Finland. That's not helpful. Right. Sorry. Rantanen. Give it to Rantanen and be like, you know what you did against Colorado in the first round? Yeah, okay, do that.
Jesse, what stands out to you about the forward group?
I would like Oliver Kapanen to crack this lineup.
Mm-hmm.
I think
over Haula?
What's that?
Over Haula, or you want him at
even
center?
Armia. Like, I feel like there's room for him. There's a dynamic young player who's coming into his own for Montreal. I think he can crack the lineup. It's a little light on the wings, in the wing depth. We just went from the Sweden team to this one. There's a noticeable drop-off, I would say, in the forward group, but I don't think they're so far down that it's still not a kind of 4-team tier at the top there with those teams.
Better centers than Sweden, but you're right.
The wings specifically, you have the star and Rantanen, but from there it's I think a noticeable drop off.
It's sharp.
Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate that Barkov isn't on this team, because I think we look at it a little bit differently.
It would change a lot if you put Barkov there and you're pushing everybody around.
The one thing I would say is
Aho Lundell.
That's a different lineup.
Yeah.
I look at this lineup, and it is guys who are mostly in their primes or just out of it. I wonder if a guy like, if they allow, like if Barkov is here, is Lettinen who's in the press box, or is Kapanen here, right? It might open up an opportunity for a guy like Oliver Kapanen, because he might not have been on this squad otherwise. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now on the defense part, this is a pretty nasty group. I think the one area I'm curious about is their mobility. Obviously, Heiskanen and Lindell, you're not worried about that. Mikkola is a total bastard. Ristolainen is a lot of things, but he's not known to be mobile, puck-moving defenseman that I think he was built to be coming out of junior.
He can move the puck, but
I have questions.
I don't know how well he does it anymore.
And you got to remember, too, like, we're grading these guys against Canada, United States, Sweden. Like, this is the best of the best. And then Mata Jokiharju, they're just going to be tough. I think defensively responsible.
Finland's D, to me, has one of the biggest X factors in the entire tournament. Lindell with Heiskanen is the biggest difference for any of the 4 teams from the 4 Nation face-off because not Dallas, sorry. Might as well be Dallas. Finland did not have Heiskanen.
Right.
Huge factor. You could argue McAvoy with the States as well, Quinn Hughes with the States as well. But Finland missed Heiskanen.
Huge.
I would argue more than the States missed those guys, right? Like Finland was scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yep.
Right? Especially because it was only NHL players allowed to play in that tournament. The fact they have Heiskanen and the fact he gets to play with Lindell, huge advantage for them.
Jesse, do you roll that Lindell Heiskanen pairing like 30 minutes a game against top teams? Like, because that's I think what they're going to have to do.
Yeah, this is a team where I think that 7th defenseman really comes into play in Montempalo. Like, he's going to get some playing time, I would assume, with the other defensemen rotating that. But you have a clear number 1 pair who's going to be responsible for the top guys on the other team. And unfortunately, against a team like Canada, if you're like, hey, this is the McDavid shutdown line, then you're leaving McKinnon or the Crosby line to the other guy.
Yep.
So a team like that is going to be able to get around something like this. But this pair is going to really dominate some of the other teams in their group.
Underrated possibility, Mikko Lehtinen for the power play.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Now, in goal, none of the 3 NHL goalies that they have a save percentage above 900 this year.
What's UPL? Because he's supposed to be on the team. He can't make it. He's injured.
He's obviously much better, I would think. I'm pulling him up now too. He's got a 903.
There you go. So they should have.
Korpisalo 893, Lankinen 876. Man, first year of that contract too. And then 892 for UC Saros. Listen, UC Saros has been phenomenal his career. Kevin Lankinen was phenomenal last year. Joonas Korpisalo, for me, has never been my favorite goalie, but he's the 3rd goalie anyway.
Big bounce back season, though. Mm-hmm. You know?
Korpisalo?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that whole team.
I mean, yeah.
Low bar.
I mean, he's got the exact same save percentage this year as he did last year.
Yeah,
so I don't think
what's the record?
it's not that different. He was 10.
Really?
He was 11, 10, and 3. He's now 10, 8, and 2. No, it's Swayman that's driving that bus.
I guess, yeah.
But he's not going to play. Like, it's Saros and Lankinen.
It's Saros' net.
Yeah,
I think with this team, we've kind of reached the one where it's like clear number 1. We're not even having a conversation. Justus Saros, when he's at his peak, one of the best goalies in the league, and this is his net.
And he had a recent good run with Nashville, right? They were in the playoff picture. They were sort of falling out of it again, but we'll see what happens. I still think he's a better goalie than his numbers show.
Yes.
Much better.
Yeah, and I feel like he'll rise to the occasion here, not unlike Jordan Binnington, where if Saros is going to have a really good team in front of him, and he'll look good.
Kevin Lankinen, 12 save shutout against Italy.
Yeah, something like that's going to happen.
Okay, let's get down to power play and penalty kill. Lehkonen seems to be the 7th defenseman that's going to be, 7th player that's going to be, what are they? You can dress 13.
13
forward.
13 forward, 70.
Sorry, I'm still high on cold medication. Lehkonen is on power play 1, which is interesting. Hintz, Aho, Rantanen, Lehkonen, and Heiskanen, power play 1. Granlund, Luosterainen, Kakko, Lundell, and Lundell and Lindell on power play 2. And then I guess penalty kill, Halla, Teravainen, Lindell, Heiskanen, and then PK2 is Armia, Tolvanen, Mikkola, and Ristolainen. What do we think about the power plays? What do we think about the penalty kills, gentlemen?
For multiple reasons, I think Lehkonen and Rantanen on the same unit is very funny. Rantanen is the former Av, playing with his former Av teammate, but also, do you remember the mini scandal where I believe it was Lehkonen's dad, who is a media personality in Finland, was talking crap about Rantanen?
Yes.
In the press. Very interesting that they're now both representing Finland. Listen, that they can score. Lehkonen is super underrated in his role. Aho's always been a very underrated player. That top unit can score. I don't think we're going to see much of the second unit. And I think they're underrated penalty killers.
Jess?
Yeah,
your
the
thoughts?
PK, some plays I can see them really thriving. I think you got guys there who like do it for their teams, and they'll be able to manage against some of the better teams in this league, this tournament. And
we talked about maybe taking Armia out. That's why you don't.
Yeah.
Like, he's been a pretty dependable penalty killer for a few years.
Miro Heiskanen, I think, is the way this team lives or dies, right?
He might play 45 minutes.
Yeah, he might. And I think for them to take down Sweden, he's going to have to. I don't think they're going to have any trouble against Italy. I think that's fair. They might run into something against the Slovaks, but it's Sweden. It's Sweden that's going to be... Heiskanen's going to have a Norris Trophy sort of game, right? And he can do that.
Can you do it for 6 or 7 games? That's
all you need.
It is.
And yes, he can. We know that.